What's up guys, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. In this channel we talk about the markets, but we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update. I want to break down some technicals, going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which happen to be the most important indices of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I will break down from a technical standpoint as well 4 stocks that will be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So without further ado, let's get started. And before going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, guys, I wanted to tell you some details about what Mr. Jerome Powell just said during the press conference that I think that he's still carrying out as I am recording this video. You guys know that at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, we had the Federal Reserve's decision in regards to the interest rate of the United States of America, which remains unchanged at 0.25%. And at 2:30 p.m., Mr. Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, started to carry out a press conference. So far, what are the most important things that Mr. Jerome Powell has said? Here I have some screenshots on my phone. So he said that the Federal Reserve will continue to deliver powerful support to the economy, and he started to talk about inflation, guys, right? And the markets actually took a hit after the press conference started. So he also said that recovery is incomplete, that he said that some risks remain, and he said, and I am quoting here, inflation has increased notably in recent months. However, he emphasized and he pointed out the fact that, according to the Federal Reserve, inflation is going to be transitory. So then he said, inflation is likely to stay elevated in coming months before moderating. So, as I just said, bottom line here, guys, is that the Federal Reserve is pretty much admitting that inflation is picking up, but they insist on the fact that inflation is going to be transitory. So far, Mr. Jerome Powell has not even mentioned the word taper, right? We were waiting, like maybe the Federal Reserve is going to say that maybe next year, or I don't know, by mid of next year, they might start to taper, but so far, Mr. Jerome Powell hasn't said anything. Powell also said, effects of bottlenecks on inflation larger than anticipated. So pretty much the Federal Reserve is saying that, yeah, inflation is here. We are seeing inflation, no one can deny that, but it will be transitory according to Mr. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, by the way, also confirmed that they will maintain asset purchases by $120 billion. So no tapering in sight so far. However, guys, we saw a massive spike in the case of the 10-year Treasury. The 10-year Treasury this morning was trading somewhere between 1.46% and 1.47%. And as of now, we find the 10-year Treasury trading at 1.57%. And when it comes to the indices, and when we still have 7 more minutes in today's trading session, we have a red day all across the board. The Russell 2000 is down 0.26%, the Nasdaq is down 0.17%, S&P 500 is down 0.48%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 0.72%. However, guys, take a look at what happened today. The S&P 500 collapsed at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as soon as the Federal Reserve announced its decision in regards to the interest rate. However, the bulls managed to find support at 4,200, and then we saw pretty much a V-shaped recovery that took this index pretty much up to 42.38, and as of now we find the S&P 500 at 42.20. 26. And by the way, guys, keep in mind that on Friday we have quadruple witching. Remember, quadruple witching is an event that occurs 4 times a year, and it implies that we are going to have a massive expiration of future contracts and options. So we can expect a higher volume and a higher volatility than the ones that we have seen in recent weeks. So that is something that you have to keep in mind for Friday. And when it comes, guys, to the S&P 500 itself, so for tomorrow's trading session, we still have 5 more minutes in today's trading session, and since the bulls managed to find support today at 4,200, and take a look at the spot, guys, in which the bulls found support at today, a few minutes ago, right at the 180 SMA on the 1 hour chart. So this was no coincidence, and 4,200 is also a previous area of support that already acted as such for the bulls in the S&P 500 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 occasions before, but it also acted as a resistance back on May 26th. So if we happen to close below 42.32, which seems to be an option because we still have 5 more minutes, so this is pretty much live reaction, then the most important area of resistance for tomorrow's trading session is going to be 42.32. If that area of resistance happens to be broken into the upside, then watch out for all-time high in the S&P 500 at 42.57. And as support, I am going to be looking at pretty much 2 very important levels, guys. The first one is going to be 42.16, which is a previous area of support that already acted as such in the S&P 500 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 occasions before, but it also acted as a resistance back on May 28th, and it also did it back on June 1st. And if that area of support happens to be broken into the downside, once again, as it happened just a few minutes ago, then I am going to be looking at 4,200, which was the area in which the bulls managed to find support just a few minutes ago. So this is the technical situation as of now in the case of the S&P 500. And mind you, guys, if 4,200 happens to be broken into the downside, then the next important and very important area of support that I am going to be looking at, and let me pull up here real quick the 4-hour chart, then the most important area of support that I am going to be looking at is going to be 4180. Watch out for 4180 if we happen to see a leg down tomorrow in the case of the S&P 500, because 4180, sorry guys, 4180 is a previous area of support that already acted as such in the S&P 500 in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 occasions before, back in the middle of April. Okay, so if we happen to see a leg down tomorrow, watch out for 4180 in the S&P 500. And in the case of the Nasdaq 100, we still have 1 more minute in today's trading session. So let's see what is going on in the case of the Nasdaq 100. This index is trading as of now at 13,982 points. So let me pull up here the 1 hour, and as a level of support, and taking into account that we are going to close near 14,000 points. So the most important area of support for tomorrow's trading session is going to be the area that acted in today's trading session as a lower support at around 13,800. There goes the market. So the Nasdaq 100 closed at 13,983 points. So support for tomorrow, the most important area is going to be 13,840 points, which acted as a lower support in today's trading session, but that area also acted as a lower support back on June 10th. And from a resistance standpoint, and since we closed at 13,983 points, I am going to be looking at pretty much all-time high, guys. We are looking at 14,129 points. That is going to be the most important area of resistance for the bulls in the Nasdaq 100. If we happen to see a good leg down tomorrow. In the case of this index, I am going to be looking at 13,760 points, which is an area that already acted as a resistance for the bulls in the Nasdaq 100 in 1, 2, and 3 occasions before, and it also pretty much coincides with the 180 SMA on the 1 hour chart. And if I pull up here, guys, real quick, the 4 hour chart, I mean, there is nothing to complain about the Nasdaq 100. This index looks extremely bullish despite the fact that it went down today 0.34%. The RSI is at 58 points, so this index is neither overbought nor oversold, so there's nothing to complain about, guys, and we are trading above the moving averages on the 4 hours. So pretty much the sell-off that we saw today might be a situation in which the bulls are recocking the gun in order to take on all-time high tomorrow or in the course of this week. So let's see what happens in the case of the Nasdaq 100. Can we go lower? Yes, we can. Because maybe, I don't know, the markets still need to digest the information that was provided today by the Federal Reserve. That could be the case. But from a technical standpoint, there's nothing to complain about the Nasdaq 100 whatsoever. And the first stock of this video, and this stock pretty much turned into an index, guys, because I cannot make a video without talking about AMC Entertainment. AMC went down today 6.54% and it closed today's trading session at $55.18. So I am going to zoom in here on the 4 hour, and today I was almost about to take another trade on AMC Entertainment. So if you guys remember what I told you in yesterday's video, I told you that $58, which was an important area of resistance for AMC Entertainment, well, that area of resistance was broken into the upside, and I told you watch out for $58 because that area, that level might start to act as a lower support for AMC Entertainment. But today, this morning, AMC broke that new support at around $58, which was a former area of resistance that yesterday acted as a support. And then I was keeping a close watch on $52, which is a previous area of support that already acted as such for AMC Entertainment in 1, 2, and 3 occasions before. So today AMC went down to $51.80, but right at that moment, guys, I wasn't taking a look at AMC Entertainment, so I didn't pull the trigger. So tomorrow, this is crystal clear for me, guys. If I happen to see AMC Entertainment closing hourly, let's say 1 or 2 hours slightly above $52, if I happen to see AMC Entertainment consolidating slightly above $52, then that is going to be an area in which I am going to be picking up 50 or 70 shares of AMC, and if I happen to take that trade, then my price target is going to be the former resistance that turned into a support in yesterday's trading session, and that today was broken to the downside once again at $58. So from $52-ish, $51.80, let's say, up to $58, this could be a quick trade from which I can obtain a 10% profit. Another scenario that I am going to be keeping a close watch on tomorrow in the case of AMC Entertainment would be AMC opening the trading session below $52, in which case I am going to be looking at $46, which is an area of support that already acted as such in 1, 2, and 3 occasions in recent days. So watch out tomorrow for AMC Entertainment, guys. Let's see if AMC Entertainment can open tomorrow's trading session above $52, in which case it might consolidate and then fill the gap up to $58, or if, on the flip side, AMC Entertainment happens to pay a visit to the $46, which would be another good spot to pick up some shares of AMC Entertainment. And the second stock of this video is going to be Clover Health, another stock that had a very tough day today, guys. So Clover went down today 5.95%, and it closed today's trading session at $12.95. So I am going to zoom in here on the 4-hour and take a look at $16, guys. $16 is a critical area for Clover Health from a technical standpoint. And why? Well, because $16 already acted as a lower support for Clover Health back on June 8th, but it also did it back on June 9th. And after having acted as a lower support in 2 consecutive trading sessions, that support was broken to the downside, and it also acted as a resistance for Clover Health back on June 11th, and it also did it back on June 14th. So from a technical standpoint, guys, Clover Health isn't looking any good, and I think that we might see sooner rather than later $11.50. And if Clover Health happens to find support over there, I think that that would be a good spot to pick up some shares of Clover Health. And why? Well, because $11.50 is a previous area of resistance that already acted as such for Clover Health back on April 29th, and it also did it back on March 2nd. So if I happen to see Clover Health drop down further and finding support over there at $11.50, I am going to be picking up probably 150 or 200 shares of Clover Health with a price target at the very important area or level for the bulls of Clover Health that I just told you guys about at around $16. If I happen to take this trade the way that I am describing it, guys, this would be an absolute home run, guys. This would imply a 28% profit. And take a look at the RSI, guys. It is at 40 points, so we can make the case that Clover Health is about to enter into oversold territory. Therefore, if this stock happens to keep on dropping, and if it pays a visit to $11.50, then the RSI is going to be even lower, and that is going to increase the likelihood for the bulls of Clover Health to find support at an important previous area of resistance and then bounce back up. So watch out for Clover Health tomorrow or in the upcoming days, paying a visit to the $11.50. And the third stock of this video is going to be none other than Zillow, the online real estate company that went down today 0.36%, and Zillow closed today's trading session at $108.89. And guys, if tomorrow I happen to see Zillow paying a visit to the $108, I am going to take a trade. I am going to start a swing position with Zillow. And why $108? Well, because $108 has acted as a very strong area of support for Zillow since the beginning of May, as you guys can see over here. So if I can pick up some shares of Zillow at $108, then I am going to have pretty much 2 price targets. My first price target is going to be the 180 SMA on the 4-hour near $118 or $120. And mind you guys, the second the bulls of Zillow happen to burst above this 180 SMA on good volume and momentum, I think that they are going to easily fill the gap up to the next important area of resistance for Zillow at around $141. $141 already acted as a resistance for Zillow in 1, 2, and 3 occasions before. So let's say that I pick up some shares of Zillow at $108, and let's say that I sell out of those shares at $118. In that case, we're looking at a 9% profit trade, a very solid trade. However, if I sell out of my shares at $140, $142, I am going to be looking at a profit of almost 25%. A phenomenal profit, taking into account that I am talking about a swing trade. And for those who are bullish on Zillow at a long term, this is a company that is executing a very successful business model. And the stock of this company is trading as of now, guys, 48% of its highs. And this is a company that is already profitable, that is making a good amount of money. So I don't know if you happen to be bullish on Zillow. I don't know. What are you waiting for? I am not a financial advisor, guys, but I don't know. A 47% discount. That's a very, but very nice discount from a long-term perspective. Just saying, okay? And the last stock of this video is going to be Tesla. Tesla went up today almost to 1% and it closed today's trading session at $605. And in the case of Tesla, guys, the bulls of Tesla have been failing over and over and over again at around $620. $620 has turned into a nightmare for the bulls of Tesla. $620 already acted as a resistance for this stock in 1, 2, and 3 occasions in recent days, but keep in mind that $620 already acted as a lower support for Tesla back on February 23rd, and it also did it back on December 22nd, and it also did it back on December 16th. So from a technical standpoint, we can make the case that this is an area that is supposed to provide a very important resistance for the bulls of Tesla. So I'm thinking, guys, that if the bulls of Tesla happen to be able to burst above $622 or $620 on good volume and momentum, then the gap up to the next important area of resistance for the bulls of Tesla at around $660 could be filled. $660 is a previous area of support that already acted as such for Tesla in 1 and 2 occasions before. And mind you, guys, and take a look at this, the 180 SMA and the 4-hour also coincides with the area of resistance that I just told you about at around $622 or $620. So if the bulls of Tesla happen to be rejected once again at that area, $622, then maybe we could potentially see Tesla paying a visit to the $570. $570 is a previous area of support that already acted as such for Tesla back on June 3rd, and it also did it back on December 11th. So if any of you is interested in taking a swing trade on Tesla, $570, and if of course we happen to see Tesla drop down to $570, then that would be an interesting price to pick up some shares of Tesla. And the last time that I reviewed Tesla, the last time that I broke down Tesla from a technical standpoint, guys, I told you that I want to take a very big gamble from my standards in the case of Tesla. If we happen to see Tesla paying a visit to the $546, which is an area that already acted as a lower support for Tesla in 1, 2, and 3 occasions before, I am going to buy call options that expire next year. And mind you, guys, the call option that I want to expire costs something like $9,000 or $10,000. I am so confident in the fact that this is a very strong support for Tesla. But most importantly, guys, I am so confident that we have a bunch of very positive catalysts coming up this year for Tesla into, the last months of this year, because we are going to have the new Gigafactory in Berlin and in Austin probably up and running by the end of this year, and the Cybertruck should be also rolled out somewhere between November and December. So I think, and you guys know that I am a long-term investor in Tesla, but I do believe that we have a bunch of positive catalysts coming up for Tesla before this year ends. And I think that if I buy call options at $540 or $550, the price of Tesla by the end of this year is going to be way higher than $540, in which case I am going to obtain a very solid profit with Tesla. So watch out for Tesla, guys. Let's see what happens first. Is it that the bulls can take on $620 and maybe fill the gap up to the $660? Or maybe, let's see if Tesla drops down further and pays a visit to the $570 or $540, in which case that is going to be showtime for me, because I am going to invest $9,000 in one call option of Tesla. And with Tesla, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting these stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays right after the market closes. So if you want to get the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to the channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we are posting news and information on a daily basis, but most importantly, I am making call outs about the stocks that I am about to purchase, that I am about to buy throughout the trading session. So if you also want to have access to that information, go ahead and follow us on Instagram as well at Bilingual Stock Market channel. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets. We do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow once again. Peace out. Keep on crushing the markets.